Hi guys, welcome to Short Nail Life. So I'm kind of excited because my nails are finally done. So I have to show you a little close up. This is inspired by Nails in Orbit. I will leave her video link down below along with her channel. But to start the video off, this is a Madam Glam video, and this is a special video because it is their birthday. Happy birthday, Madam Glam. I am so excited to celebrate with you. Madam Glam is doing a competition, and I am so excited to participate in this competition for their birthday. So the theme of this set should be something birthday slash anniversary inspired. So I'm gonna tell you what my inspiration is going into the video a little bit more. But right now I just wiped some alcohol on the nail because before the video I did buff these nails. Now I'm putting some base coat on the nails. This just helps the next step to go a little bit smoother and helps to also give you an even coverage, if that makes sense. So next up, I'm going to take Ready Set Ski, and I want to put this on the middle nail. This color is just so gorgeous. I cannot recommend this enough. This is my staple favorite blue. So far I haven't found one to beat it yet. But next up I'm going to do Seek and See on the rest of the nails, and I only do one coat of Seek and See on these nails. I forgot to mention it, but if you don't know who or what Madam Glam is, they are a gel polish based brand. They do sell more things than that, but they primarily have gel polish on their website, and they are good quality gel polish. They are vegan, cruelty free, 9 free formula, and HEMA free. I really do suggest this brand, and if you want to save some money off, there will be a link in the description box down below, and you can save 35% off. So yeah, definitely check them out if you have not checked them out before. I really recommend them. So next up, I've applied my second coat to that blue, and now I'm applying this rubber base gel called Malaysia. And yes, this is a rubber based gel, and I'm putting it over a gel polish. It is fine, it will work just fine. I'm using it for the color. I think the combo is so beautiful together, and I only do one coat because if I do 2 coats of Malaysia, it's going to turn out too pink. So I was trying to make the pink a little bit less subtle, just give that tan a little bit of a pop, if that makes sense. So next I am wiping off the tacky layer from the blue because I'm going to matte out all of the nails. Blue is very pigmented. Every blue I've encountered has been very pigmented, and so since it's so pigmented, you want to wipe it off. This is my advice. I don't know if any company will recommend it, but you would want to wipe off a blue before you go into a matte top coat. This part right here is going to feel a little long for one of my videos. I could have sped it up, but I really needed to explain my vision for this birthday set. So when I think of a birthday set, I immediately think of bling, and I felt like I couldn't really incorporate a lot of Madam Glam products in just a bling nail, and it is their birthday, so I wanted to use a little bit more of their colors. So what I did was I looked up the sign for July 9th, which is a Cancer, and I believe July 9th is their anniversary or birthday date. And so I decided to look the colors up, and what came up was blue, silver, and white. And I just started trying to find inspiration with those colors, and what I came up with honestly was like wrapping paper in my mind. I'm obsessed with plaid, so if I have a event, well, not event, if I'm wrapping some paper, it's gonna be plaid. Like, I'm obsessed. If I see some plaid paper, I will buy that, and that's my wrapping paper for that year. So that's where this kind of came from, but it kind of turned more abstract, and I'm not mad at it. I think it turned out really cute. So what you can see right now, what I'm doing is doing a deep smile line, and in my mind, this was just so beautiful, but I think I made it a little too shallow, if that makes sense. I should have made it a little bit thicker, and you'll see why I'm saying that in a moment. But yeah, it it turned out good. And I'm also freehanding the smile line. I feel like I have a little bit more control to freehand it than to do the A method or the T method. I'm just kind of going through different methods right now because I'm trying to get better at this. But so far, freehanding it feels a little bit better. So I did mess up a little bit. So I just take this cotton swab with a little bit of alcohol on there and I just wipe it gently. I'm trying not to disturb it because I don't want to fix it. And I did only do one coat of the gel polish because I didn't want to mess it up. So right now on this nail, I am just doing a rectangle, half of a rectangle. Next, I'm just going to fill the shape in with the polished brush. I keep staring at this set. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't think you get the plaid in it, but I don't know how this turned geometric, but I'm not mad at it. I think it really did turn out cute. So I'm just going to do a couple of triangles on this nail, and they are different sizes just in case you're wondering, I did do this on purpose because it kind of looked like I didn't. But I did do this on purpose. I wanted the top to be a little bit longer and extended a little bit more narrow as well. And then the bottom one, I did kind of try to make it a little bit thicker and shorter. Now I'm going to take Madam Glam's Perfect White and put that on my palette. I would recommend using Madam Glam's gel paint rather than the polish, but I don't have the paint. But paint is usually a little bit thicker and you usually have a little bit more control over it. So I would rather have the paint instead, but this worked well as well. I did have to go over this twice because I kind of needed to clean up my lines because they was a little bit shaky, but this worked perfectly fine. I have no complaints. And I just kind of outlined the square. And also, I don't show this in the video, but like I said, my hand is a little bit shaky. So if I mess up the blue, I do get a liner brush and I go in and I kind of perfect the blue as well with the liner brush if I mess that up as well. And I kind of going out of order. I'm sorry, I'm jumping from nail to nail. But this nail is where I put most of the bling on. And I just put 2 lines going across the nail. I did this because I wanted to add a little bit of extraness to the nail. And I wanted to also continue that kind of linear feel that is going. It fell, like I said, it fell away from plaid. So I'm trying to get some of those lines and not really textures, but patterns. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get some of that pattern on this nail, even though this is super simple, but I love it. I love the way it turned out. And now I'm just gonna trace the triangles. Again, if you mess up, you can either do 2 coats like I did and kind of perfect it on the second coat, or you can get a lint-free wipe and wipe it off, which if you saw that white piece at the top, I did get a wipe and wipe that off before I cured it. This next nail, I was confused of what I wanted to do, and then I just thought, put a line right here, it will make sense. But it really did make sense to me, and I actually love the way it turned out. But now I'm just going to trace over my French nail. And I considered putting black in this set as well, even though the colors that I found said blue, silver, and white. And if these are not the colors for Cancer, I am sorry. I literally just Googled it and this is what it told me. Yeah, it was the first thing that popped up and I went with it because I thought the colors were beautiful. But if it's not, I apologize. I did look it up. But yeah, I was going to add some black in here, but I wanted to stay true to what Google told me. So that's what I did. I stayed true with the blue, the silver, and the white. I don't know. I'm not into zodiac signs or anything. I looked for some inspiration. and that's what it told me, and it really did hit. It inspired me. It did what it was supposed to do. So I am just I'm going to apply the velvet matte top coat on the nails, but first, like I said, the blue pigment it's very pigmented. So I'm just going to wipe the nails off, and then I'm going to apply the velvet matte top coat. So I'm gonna be honest, at this point I am looking at these nails and they looked patriotic to me. Like, they looked like they could be a flag or something, and it was not where I was going. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I had to figure some things out. But first, I did put some circles on this nail with the silver gel paint. So the silver gel paint was actually supposed to be on the thumb and the pinky as well, but like I said, it looks very patriotic to me, so I had to go figure something else out for those two nails, and you'll see what I did. But I did put the circles on that nail, and now I'm just going to file the edges of the nail, and I did kind of file off that white line on that nail a little bit, but it's fine because I'm going to fix it, like I said. So this is some of the stuff that I pulled to put on the nail. I honestly didn't know what I was going to use, and I think the only thing I did not use was those white rhinestones. But now I am just going to put a little bit of some rhinestone glue around the smile line, and I'm just going to follow the line with the chain. That was my way of fixing these nails. I don't like the blue and white the way it was. If the blue was thicker and it had more space to be seen, I think that would have made a better difference. But by it being so shallow, I think that the chain fixed this, and it just looked better to me. But let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the white or do you prefer the chains? And this is my first time kind of doing this with the chains. And my best advice is kind of work in as small of a section as you need to, because when these things get on the gel and they turn, they are so difficult to work with. So yeah, work as small as you can. And then I also recommend cutting the chain to as small as you possibly can with a little bit of overspill, because if you cut it too short, of course you're gonna have to redo it because you need more. But if you cut it a little bit longer, it does move a little bit easier. But if it's too long, it'll just slide right off the nail. And so I'm just going and putting in some charms and rhinestones where I see they would fit. And I did do the pinky off camera. That was very difficult. It took me a long time to do those two nails. So yeah, even though I make it look like it just took me 2 seconds, it took a long time to get those nails together. And now I'm just going to bling this nail up. I'm trying to make this as center as possible. I don't know if you can tell, but this nail is crooked, but I do go in at the end and I will refile it because I noticed it once I started putting the rhinestones on. And then I just put my rhinestones on the nail. I don't know, I just really wanted to incorporate blue rhinestones in this nail, even though I felt like they were going to get lost, and they kind of did, but I'm still happy I used them because I still want to get better about placing rhinestones and things. And then I did also add a few more rhinestones off camera, as well as some caviar beads. And now I'm just going to put some matte top coat on that palette and use the brush, and I want to go around and matte everything out again that needs to be matte from the glue. And this is how they turned out. Honestly, I love them. They don't look patriotic to me anymore, but they also don't look like plaid wrapping paper, but I love them. Tell me guys what you think of them. I just want to say happy birthday, Madam Glam. I hope you like this set. Thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do new videos twice a week. I want you guys to have an amazing day. Bye.